The next book we're going to be looking at is A-6, which is print nylon with 4-way stretch, bi-stretch inclusion inside the fabric. And again, when you open, you'll see on the left-hand side a quality swatch with the fabrics themselves. The fabrics inside this book have a combination of different finishes which have been applied. Liquid ammonia, silver iron antibacterial, and also easy care application inside these fabrics. As you see on the next page, we are calling out some key stories inside here, which is using the florid dye technique that we spoke about at the start of the presentation, and we're also creating new compositions with 4-way stretch for comfort inside these compositions. With everything that's happening now with the global pandemic and obviously working from home, we're finding that customers are expecting more performance properties from their clothing. So including things like 2-way stretch, 4-way stretch, very, very important. But obviously being able to maintain a certain aesthetic inside the fabric as well, something that's quite transitional. It's not necessarily just a dress shirt or just a casual shirt, but something which meets in the middle. So that's what we've done inside this book here. So you'll see we've been able to use the printed florid dye nylon yarn. We've been able to create a melange look to the fabric overall. And what we're doing inside these patterns is we're showing how you can create a semi-plain, what would be your solid version of this, in the monochrome and the blue colour. So it could either be a smarter shirt, but it could also be something that can be worn very easily as more of a transitional casual shirt for the weekends or in the evenings. And we're showing you how you can have your partnership here between having both your plain, semi-plain and your yarn dye to go with it. You can see very clearly how the printed florid dye nylon creates this melange look to the fabric as well. And as we said, we have a combination of different types of performance stretch inclusion inside these fabrics. We have cotton, nylon, spandex, 2-way stretch. Up to 4.5% spandex stretch inside these two pages. We also have the partnering yarn dye checks, small linear, almost ombre check inside the pattern work inside these designs. And then we've called out some of the key colours that we've spoken about. This electric blue against the darker ground again. This grade off melange look with the printed nylon, the florid dye nylon as well, with the darker tones. And then also this really lovely tone, sky blue, that we've created with the printed technique onto the nylon used in the ground of this fabric. On the next page, we're continuing looking at stretch. We're looking at 98% cotton, 2% spandex, and also 4% spandex blends inside this page. Again, they're smarter, more transitional designs. Small yarn dye checks with a small dobby inclusion, ombre linear line technique, placement dobby that's been used, and ombre techniques again at the bottom of this book as well. And again, we're showing you these in more classic tones of blue, as well as your monochrome palette for autumn winter 21. When we go into the next page, again, you've got more of these sportier checks coming through with linear, almost end on end, ombre, small line detail inclusion inside the pattern work with these bold statement accent colours set against your ground colours. Again, we've called out the electric blue. We also have that really gorgeous electric red, as well as the more grade off burgundy coming through. Inside this page, we're looking at a blend again of cotton, nylon, spandex, 72% cotton, 24% nylon, and 4% spandex. With stretch category becoming one of the most important, we are showing more varieties of how to work with nylon and spandex, whether it be with a cotton blend or using nylon spandex as a fully synthetic 2-way stretch or 4-way stretch. So we do feel that this category, this ilk of product, will only be expanding going forward. Hence why we've introduced more and more into the Autumn Winter 21 collection. When we go to the next page, we're also looking at 4-way stretch inclusion. So this is using lycra yarn and both spandex yarn between these two columns. We're showing how you have your more solid vehicle coming through. Again, your plains, your whites, your monochrome greys, but also that electric blue and also that brown that we're speaking about from the City Limit palette coming through here. On the next column, you'll see that we're having more placement dobby designs, almost working as a partner against your solid that we have in the first column. And again, a smarter vehicle to be used in that more transitional product that we're talking about. Again, it's that City Limit palette, tones of ochre, tan, blues, greys coming through, as well as that really gorgeous electric blue. And finally, we go on to the last page. This is again looking at four-way stretch. So this is 95% cotton, 5% spandex. I will say in regards to this page that we have used lycra inside the actual fabrics themselves. We have found that with the shrinkage of these fabrics, it hasn't performed the best. So we are recommending that we change these to free fit yarn. The overall look for these fabrics as well is that they are a little bit more casual. They've been done on a twill base, and we're showing how you can create that small transitional smart casual look, which is very transferable between more of a smart vehicle or a casual vehicle, making the product more transitional overall. Again, we've used that really nice city limits palette that